I want to start the presentation with giving some context. So it is like, before explaining why peer-to-peer is good for streaming, I want to explain how it is working right now. As you may see on the slide, you can see that this is the chain that distributes the content. So first we have the origin services, where the content is prepared, is encrypted, and has its digital rights management and so. And then it's passed to the content delivery network, so the servers that are in between the origin services and the end homes. That content is cached on the servers and is delivered to the endpoint, so to the Wi-Fi and cable or so, and then the devices get the content from that Wi-Fi. That's how it works. And the question now is like, it looks like it is working pretty well, so what was the problem? The problem right now is that the demand for streaming services, so such as Netflix, Hulu or so, is exploding. A lot of people is connected at the same time watching the Super Bowl, the Olympics, and the Game of Thrones. And some of the problems that broadcasters have is how to manage large amount of concurrent viewers, or if they have a really good success, they exceed their bandwidth budgets, or maybe it's like they cannot stream in the quality that they want because they don't have that CDN budget at all. And the thing, how they're solving that right now is just to put one CDN above another CDN and above another CDN, which is simply inefficient because we cannot pretend to solve this problem by laying more cables or deploying more servers. That leads to buffering, and that leads to network instability. And the network instability, as said, leads to buffering. The way buffer was invented, it was to not lose the whole content, but to cache and then stop if needed to get until you get the right segment of that content. But don't to get people stop once and twice and thrice until they get that content. That impact on the business, that network instability impact, as you may see on those slides, impacts on VOD and impacts on live. This represents that if you get a 0.4 ratio buffering, 43% of the people will drop in VOD and 40 in live. So just think about it. It's like, this is as simple as, if I'm starting streaming this conversation, this talk, and I stop stopping all the time, you will stand up and walk away from here because it's like you don't want to wait for me to deliver that message. And that in the case of VOD, but in the case of live, it could be only you will stay a little bit more if I say something that I'm going to give you $1 million. So you will be more patient. But actually the problem in business is that the tolerance for buffering is very, very low, it's decreasing. So what we propose here is a peer-to-peer approach. So they consider the demand the problem, and we consider it the solution, because all of the current infrastructure, all those devices connected at the same time can share bandwidth with each other, which represent a higher bandwidth availability for those guys, so the NBCs and Netflix of the world. And actually, this works pretty simple. So it supports the currently streaming communication protocol, so the HLS and DAS. So we take those small chunks from those services and send it to the video web players, native apps, and set-top boxes. We do integrations with those devices that are going to be the ones that share the bandwidth. And finally, most important, because in recent years, peer-to-peer was so as a non-secure solution because people could store the content and deliver it to others and so. And this peer-to-peer solution is secure. It works with digital rights management, it works with encryption, it works with everything because it doesn't store content on their devices, it just shares the bandwidth at some point. The benefits are, from the UX part, you have like viewers don't need to install plugins or apps, it's invisible for them. So I just go to Netflix, hit play, and it plays as usual while I'm sharing bandwidth with the others. My experience doesn't get harmed. Actually, it increases because I can get content in higher quality. It works seamlessly with all the current solutions, as said with the DRMs or so, but also with CDNs. And there is a performance versus cost really interesting here because We are a software company. We don't need to deploy servers or layer cable. And it's robust because, as I said, it works with the CDN. So that means that at some point you want to have several solutions to back you up, and you can have a layer of peer-to-peer and a layer of CDN. And then there is the wide range. So here in the States, we are well covered with all the servers and so, but there are other parts in the world that doesn't have that opportunity. So they don't have the infrastructure well developed as the States have here. So we can help in there because we don't need to deploy the server. We can actually send directly to the viewers the content, and they can share it between them. With these ones, I'm going to finish. So the successful factors for a peer-to-peer delivery service is obviously the peer-to-peer move buys that you have, and that relies on the playback support. So the amount of devices that support the playback, so the Rokus, the native apps, and so, and then the CDN rate, which is just simply the peer-to-peer divided by the total amount of bytes moved. Actually, and this is the last one, all that I said is real. This is the proof. So we are working with a major broadcaster, and we are helping them to reduce the amount of bandwidth that they need because we can provide them more. Actually, on the left graph, you can see that we are managing 30,000 concurrent viewers for sporting events mainly, and we are saving them up to 50% of their bandwidth. So 50% of that traffic is going through peer-to-peer, and we are saving that money. So that is it. Thank you very much to all. Looking forward to anyone and to seeing you, everyone, on the booth or so. We're over there. Thank you so much.